elixir for sale. Live for thousands of years. See into other people. Good. Wait until I start the distraction. Then show me what you're made of.
Finest oddities from Morrowind.
Everyone, gather round. I have something amazing to show you that demands your attention. Get round all.
Come on, Brynjolf. What is it this time?
Patience, Branchet. This is a rare opportunity, and I wouldn't want you to get left out.
That's what you said about the wisp essence, and it turned out to be crushed nirnroot mixed with water.
Well, that was a simple misunderstanding. But this item? It's the real thing. Lads and lasses, I give... Well, I see that my time is up. Come back tomorrow if you wish to buy.
What a waste of time.
Damn! I knew I shouldn't have waited.
Looks like I chose the right person for the job. Looks like I chose the right person for the job. And here you go. Your payment. Just as I promised. The way things have been going around here. It's a relief that our plan went off without a hitch.
Buying and selling fine jewelry
Nah.
here.
My organization's been having a run of bad luck. But I suppose that's just how it goes. But never mind that. You did the job, and you did it well. Best of all, there's more where that came from. If you think you can handle it.
All meats guaranteed, clean and free.
All right then. Let's put that to the test. The group I represent has its home in the Ratway beneath Riften, a tavern called the Ragged Flagon. Get there in one piece, and we'll see if you've really got what it takes.
Okay, now if you remember, what I had said was we needed the thing that says to go talk to the face sculptor at the Ragged Flagon. But that only happens if you do the exploit in the very beginning, because it raises your level up.
All right,
normally don't get that until a
turn out
certain
your
level.
pockets. We know you have it.
So,
What
if you go down
are you
and see the
talking
face
about?
sculptor and you kill the guys that are
Don't
in
play
the Ratway
stupid. I
first,
said turn out your pockets.
then what
Now.
Brynjolf said
Protect
with
yourself
you
right.
being able to
Telling
get
you,
into the Ratway
Wait, what's this
doesn't
ring?
work.
This isn't
And
mine.
you can't do it.
That's right. It
So,
isn't yours. You're under
Wait
arrest.
until
Brandon.
you get
smile
in
on
the
you.
Thieves Guild to go visit.
I didn't steal anything.
All
I never
meats
saw this ring
guaranteed,
before in my
clean and
entire
free
life.
From Rock Joint.
We can do
Thanks
this
again
one
for
of
the
two ways.
delivery to
You can walk
Markarth.
with me
What
up
can
to
I
the
do
keep,
for you?
Or I can drag your lifeless body. Your choice.
But I...
Beautiful baubles
Very well.
and gleaming gemstones over here.
Buy some armor and live to tell about it.
If you're looking for a handout, you'll want to speak with my husband.
I really don't like doing that to Branchet. He never did anything, he just moving off. But
Jewelry
It's
with
all part of the
legendary
game.
Argonian craftsmanship.
Protect yourself right. Buy armor from Grelka.
I don't know, Trough. They'd skin us alive. If they knew we were doing this.
Why are you always acting like such a big baby? I've gotten us this far.
This far? We're living in a sewer. You said we'd have a house as big as the Blackbriars by now.
Everybody pushes me around. Well, no more! Stand still!
Give it up, Brynjolf. Those days are over.
I'm telling you, this one is different.
We've all heard that one before, Bryn. Quit kidding yourself.
It's time to face the truth, old friend. You, Vex, Mercer, you're all part of a dying breed. Things are changing.
Dying breed, eh? Well, what do you call that, then? Well, well. Color me impressed, lass. I wasn't certain I'd ever see you again. No risk, no reward. That's the way it goes, so you better get used to it. Now, if you're done belly aching like a child, how about handling a few deadbeats for me? They owe our organization some serious coin, and they've decided not to pay. I want you to explain to them the error of their ways. Kirava, Bersi Honeyhand, and Helga. Do this right, and I can promise you a permanent place in our organization. Honestly, the debt is secondary here. What's more important is that you get the message across that we aren't to be ignored. A word of warning, though. I don't want any of them killed. Bad for business. Good. If you need any details on your marks, I'll be here. Now get going. Helga is a devout follower of Dibella and dotes over the statue to the divine that she keeps at the bunkhouse. Use it as leverage, and she'll cave. He's as pig-headed a man as you'll ever find. The key is that ugly dwarven urn in his shop. Smash that thing to bits and he'll change his attitude. Kirava's stubborn, but she's got a soft spot for family. Talk to Talon Jay at the Bee and Barb and see if you can get something out of him. They're well acquainted, if you catch my meaning. I'll be here when you're done.
Got a lot of nerve coming down here. People tend to get hurt in the rat way. I don't know you, so we've got nothing to talk about. How about you finish the job Brynjolf gave you? Then we can talk.
Talk to me again when you've proven yourself to Brynjolf.
Huh. I suppose I can work with your face. After all, the sculptor cannot always choose the finest clay. Yes, I once practiced my art in the salons and manners of Tamriel's great and good. Now the scum of Skyrim are my only clients. But no matter, the greatest artists are never recognized in their own time. So, are you here as a client? Shall I remake your face? Indeed. It is no small thing to submit yourself to the flesh sculptor's knife. All right, then.
Stay out of trouble, or there's gonna be trouble.
Shut up, Dirge.
Staying out of trouble, kinsman?
What do you want? With the rumors going around about how poorly your guild's been doing, she's become much too bold. I'm not that foolish. The last thing I want is a war with your people. Look, I'm only telling you this because I care for her. Don't mistake this as acceptance for what you do. Kirava has some family at a farm just inside of Morrowind. If you mention you know about it, she might just listen to you. Just please don't harm anyone. I couldn't bear the thought. If you'll excuse me, I have other things to attend to.
Here for... You want something or not? No, and I never will. Now get out of my inn. How could you possibly know about... Please, my family means too much to me. Don't hurt them. Very well. Here. Take this back to Brynjolf and tell him he'll have no more trouble from me.
We got the message. We got the message. Now just take your business elsewhere.
Sure, sure. I'm a dirty beggar. Why would you want to even speak to me?
What did you want? What does he want now? I already explained to him that you can't get blood from a stone. Look, I can't make the coin appear out of thin air. Please, be reasonable. I'll pay next month. And so have I. What's the point of paying anyway? Your outfit can't even fend for itself. I could do better tossing the gold into the sewer. You can't scare me with your tough talk. I'm not paying you people a single coin. Please, don't take the Not Lady DeBella. No, please, I can't lose her. I get the message. Here, take your gold. I hope you choke on it.
Oh no, you're the one from Brynjolf's outfit, aren't you? Oh, there's no need for that. I know why you're here. tell Brynjolf not to worry about it anymore. Oh, and look, I even have the payment I owed. Here, take it.
A fine day to you, friend. May you die with a sword in your hands.
Buy some armor and live to tell about it.
Buying and selling fine.
You'd better have coin to pay for your drinks.
So,
There's no
job's
handouts
done
here.
and you even brought the gold. Best of all, you did it clean. I like that. Dumping bodies and keeping the guards quiet can be expensive. Well done. And it would seem I owe you something in return. Here you go. I think you'll find these quite useful. Judging from how well you've handled those shopkeepers, I'd say you've done more than simply prove yourself. We need people like you in our outfit. That's the spirit. Larceny's in your blood. The telltale sign of a practiced thief. I think you'll do more than just fit in around here. What's on your mind? We've run into a rough patch lately, but it's nothing to be concerned about. Tell you what, you keep making us coin, and I'll worry about everything else. Fair enough? Now, if there are no more questions, how about following me and I'll show you what we're all about?
Welcome to the cozy little family. I'm one of the lookouts for the guild. I watch Delvin's back.
I think you better listen to Mercer and Brynjolf first. We can talk later.
Mercer, this is the one I was talking about. Our new recruit.
This better not be another waste of the guild's resources, Brynjolf. Before we continue, I want to make one thing perfectly clear. If you play by the rules, you walk away rich. You break the rules and you lose your share. No debates, no discussions. You do what we say, when we say. Do I make myself clear? Good, then I think it's time we put your expertise to the test.
Wait a moment. You're not talking about Golden Glow, are you? Even our little Vex couldn't get in.
You claim this recruit possesses an aptitude for our line of work. If so, let her prove it. Golden Glow Estate is critically important to one of our largest clients. However, the owner has suddenly decided to take matters into his own hands and shut us out. He needs to be taught a lesson. Brynjolf will provide you with the details.
Mercer, aren't you forgetting something?
Oh, yes. Since Brynjolf assures me you'll be nothing but a benefit to us, then you're in. Welcome to the Thieves Guild.
Welcome to the family, lass. I'm expecting you to make us a lot of coin, so don't disappoint me. Simple. Do as you're told and keep your blade clean. We can't turn a profit by killing. You should talk with Devlin, Mallory, and Vex. They know their way around this place, and they'll be able to kick some extra jobs your way. Oh, and talk to Tanelia in the Flagon. She'll set you up with your new armor. Golden Glow Estate is a bee farm. They raise the wretched little things for honey. It's owned by some smart-mouth wood elf named Arengoth. We need you to teach him a lesson by burning down 3 of the estate's hives and clearing out the safe in the main house. The catch is that you can't burn the whole place to the ground. That important client Mercer mentioned would be furious if you did. The guild depends on an arrangement of influential people to keep things running smoothly. Without them at our backs, we'd be in serious trouble. Maven prefers that Arengoth remains alive, but if he tries to stop you from getting the job done, kill him. The guild has a lot riding on this. Don't make me look foolish by mucking it up. Golden Glow Estate brought in a mountain of gold for the guild. You could almost call it our sweetest deal. Then out of the clear blue, Arengoth stopped sending us our cut. Mercer was, well, angry to put it kindly. So we send in Vex and find out he's hired a bunch of mercenaries to guard the place. Aye. Arengoth sent the city guard packing and fortified the entire island. In fact, Vex barely made it out of there alive. You should talk to her about it before you go. They're built like small fortresses to resist the weather, but their one weakness is flame. Besides, nothing tells the people of Riften we mean business better than a huge column of smoke. I'll give you one good reason. Maven Blackbriar. Burn all the hives, and she'd have to import honey for Blackbriar meadery, which would cut into her profits. We had an arrangement with Maven. We kept an eye on Golden Glow Estate to make sure the honey kept flowing. If the workers had a dispute, we'd rough them up. If competitors tried to buy honey from Arengoth, we'd steal the shipments. In return, Maven allowed us to extort Arengoth and bring in a huge payout. Let me put it to you this way. Nothing happens in Riften without Maven's consent. One word from her, and you could spend the rest of the 4th era in prison. You watch yourself on that island. Those mercenaries don't take prisoners. All eyes are on you, lass. Don't disappoint us.
As you find trinkets for the Thieves Guild, they will show up here. Right now, we're gonna go talk to some people.
What? I think you're all right. Pull up a chair, my friend. This is quite a tale. When I started out in this business, I wasn't really interested in the guild or being a thief. I didn't mean to imply I was earning an honest living either. With my lock-picking aptitude, I was a natural at jailbreaking. I made a great deal of gold doing it, too. It's where a client pays you to get arrested, and you get thrown into a prison for the express purpose of breaking out. Usually it's to free someone the client cares about, and sometimes to kill someone on their behalf. Either way, the trick was in the escape. That's where my strengths came in handy. Well, as a jailbreaker, you work alone. No guild to back you up. I do jobs for the Thieves Guild and the Dark Brotherhood, but if things didn't go as planned, I was on my own. The last jailbreak I attempted failed. I was imprisoned in High Rock for 3 years before they let me go. After that, I promised myself I'd never do it again. I don't know. I think I realized that out in the world, my skills would bring me more wealth as a thief rather than an assassin. Killing someone in a jail is much easier than what the Dark Brotherhood deals with. I guess I wanted to play it safe. I already knew Devlin. I asked if I could join up, and that was that. Pull up a chair, my friend. This is quite a tale.
Got a minute?
Some other time,
Say
perhaps.
something. I've never seen anyone with skills like yours. I just wanted to let you know that if you need anything, you can talk to me. My father told me he found me as a young boy in the wreckage of a ship that sank off of the coast near Solitude. All he found in my pocket was a tiny smooth stone inscribed with some sort of strange runes. No one does. I've even taken the damn thing to the College of Winterhold. I must have spent every last coin I've made with the guild trying to find out what it means. Perhaps they could be nonsense, inane scribbles done by someone in idle boredom. But if not, if they actually mean something, they might tell me where I'm from, what ship I was on, everything. Actually, the fisherman who found me, the man I call my father, gave it to me. Thought it was fitting, I suppose. I never changed it because it never felt right to do so. I appreciate that.
Ow.
Keep to the shadows.
Hey, let's talk a second.
You'll find a note. I believe.
What's going on?
Over here. About Rin.
Come here. Second.
But you will never find any information on Rin, unfortunately.
A lot of people are beginning to get impressed with you here. I used to live in Valenwood, working at my father's winery. We made the finest wine to ever cross your lips, I promise you. We were doing well. Plenty of coin, a huge mansion, and I was even betrothed to a lovely young woman. Because it was dull. Every day was the same boring routine. Working at the winery, social visits with friends, parties with no one I cared about. I just wanted a little excitement, something dangerous. I hooked up with a guild in Valenwood. I think they called themselves the Silver Crescents. Spent quite a few years doing jobs for them. Made a lot of coin, but I didn't care. I didn't really need it. I was running with them because it fit, made me feel alive. Well, after a while, my father caught on to what I was doing. He confronted me one night and gave me a choice. Either leave Valenwood, or he'd have me thrown into jail. Gave me a day to say my goodbyes to everyone. I ended up in Skyrim thanks to a contact I'd made when I was with the Crescents. Good old Devlin. He introduced me to Gallus, and that was it. I've been here ever since. And you know what? Despite what I left behind, I don't regret it one bit. The honey they collect on that hunk of rock goes into making Blackbriar mead, just about the best tasting mead in all of Skyrim. If talking your way out of trouble isn't enough, you could always pick up some training from Devlin, Vex, or Viper. Also, I recommend hitting the training room if you need lockpick practice. Helped me out of a jam more than once. If you ever need more practice with the bow, just grab me.
Yeah. Saphir.
Hey, hey! I want to talk to you.
What do you want?
You're pretty tough. I respect that. Bringing in a lot of coin for the guild. Making us look good, too. Let me know if you need anything, okay? I joined up with them maybe 10 years ago. Small clan, maybe 20 men. We'd raid villages, rob caravans, but it was always about the killing for them. Don't get me wrong, the first few years with that clan were some of the best years of my life. All the food I could eat, all the wine I could drink, and all the women I could bed. We raided a caravan one spring. I think it was a few wagons with some farmers moving to a new village. They didn't put up much of a fight. All that was left were the women and the children. Then the leader of our clan, Garthek, he ordered us to kill the rest. No, we usually let them go. I refused to do it, and Garthek ordered the clan to kill me as well. Luckily, I had made some friends with the clan who immediately sided with me. We tore each other to pieces. After it was over, those of us that remained simply went our separate ways. I left his head on a pike at the wreckage of the caravan. Never knew what became of the rest of the clan that survived. I suppose they moved on, just like I did. Go and pick some fights.
Okay, Saphir. Well, let's talk
You're
to
making
you.
waves around here. Up to no good, are we? I'll teach you, but it'll cost you. It was on a job a few years back. It was supposed to be a simple burglary on a house in Windhelm. I was working with Vex, and we got inside with no trouble. We found the loot and made our way out. Well, it was, up until the point where we set foot outside. The house was surrounded by town guard. The client had ratted us out. Vex just tells me to run, so I did. Half of them went after me, the other half went after her. Huh, are you kidding me? Vex lost them in seconds. Once she steps into the shadows, she vanishes. Me? I ran. And I ran, straight through the gates of Windhelm, and all the way back to Riften. Vex was waiting for me at the flagon when I came in, drenched in sweat. Everyone just took a look at me and laughed. Well, I had forgotten we had our horses tied up just outside of Windhelm. Vex rode hers back, and arrived hours before I did. So, that's how I earned the name. Now keep it to yourself. I wouldn't bother smacking at those hives with a weapon. Set them on fire, and they'll go up like kindling. I'll point you to the first and last person you're ever going to need to talk to. Tonilia. She's the guild's fence. Treat her right, and she'll make you rich. Try and rip her off, and you'll have the whole guild to answer to. Come back and see.
You wanna talk to me? Okay.
Alright, talk to him, talk to him, talk to him. Y'all move. Where's Saphir?
You wanna talk to me?
No.
Okay.
Interest you in some marksman training?
No.
Want to talk? Go
Now,
ahead.
you remember her from the depth episode by the stable hand. A neat little piece
Well,
of
hey there.
information.
What can Sapphire do for you?
She is the daughter of the blacksmith in Raven Rock.
Want to
You'll
talk?
Find a letter
Go
to her
ahead.
down there when you get to Raven Rock. You need to bring that letter back.
Well, hey there. What can Sapphire
and
do for
You
you?
can try to give it to her.
Look, if I was a... Look, I don't really know you. I don't even really know anyone here. Why do you care anyway? It's not like we're family. This is a business.
She's such a peach.
Look, you want to know about me? All right, I'll tell you. I'll tell you about the time I was a young girl, barely out of her teens, living on a pig farm in the middle of nowhere. Didn't have a coin to spend between our entire family. Ate the same slop we fed our livestock. Oh wait, it gets much better. How about the fact that our farm was attacked by bandits, and that they killed my entire family, who didn't even brandish a weapon against them? Here's the best part. They took me as a prize and violated me for a fortnight. Tossed me from bandit to bandit like... It's fine. I had to tell someone, I suppose. Carrying around a weight like that, it hurts after a while. Cuts you inside like a dagger to the heart.
Yes, it does.
Over time, I managed to gain their confidence. Then one night, I grabbed a knife, waited until they fell asleep, and cut their throats. I never returned to that pig farm, you know. There's nothing for me there. So that's my sad story. What do you think? Maybe one day, Just not today. I hope we bump into each other again.
If you need marksman training.
Well, hey there.
And you've got the
What can
coin,
Sapphire do for you?
I'm ready to teach you.
You want to talk to me?
Now that we talked to
Okay.
everybody, got some training, all that good rotten shit. Now we get to use the special door.
Want to talk? Go ahead.
I forgot to talk to Vex and Devin.
What's on your mind?
What's on my mind? Alright, Devlin.
Brynjolf, eh? Let me guess. He just plucked you off the street and dropped you into the thick of things without telling you which way is up. Am I right? See, that kind of attitude comes from someone who wants to get rich and stay alive long enough to enjoy it. We're going to get along nicely. So, if you've got the nerve, I've got plenty of extra jobs to help get the guild back on its feet. Look around you. The flagon, the guild, it's all falling apart. A few decades ago, this place was as busy as the Imperial City. Now, you'll be lucky if you don't trip over a skeever instead. Look, I know the others think I'm a bit daft for saying stuff like this, but I'm gonna give it to you straight. Something out there is piss-drunk mad at us. I don't know who or what it is, but it's beyond just you and me. We've been cursed. I'll tell you what we do. We spit in that curse's face and turn things around down here. Put things back the way they were. That's where you come in. I've got plenty of work available that could guide us down the road to recovery. All you need to do is ask, and we can both come out of this smelling like a rose. Watch yourself out there. The mercenaries are in Goth hire to train killers. Just ask our poor little Vex. Years ago, the guild used to have a foothold in every major city in Skyrim. You wouldn't dare even lift an apple without checking with us. When things started going downhill around here, it became difficult to keep it all together. We lost fences, influential contacts, and coin. It wasn't long before we lost what we depend on to survive. Respect. By doing these extra jobs and putting some fear into the people, we can take back the cities and start being taken seriously once again. Thanks to Maven Blackbriar, we still have some pull in Riften, but get arrested in Whiterun and you'll be tossed right into the prisons. If we gain the confidence of someone very influential who lives there by doing a unique job for them, we'll be able to have some leverage there too. The only way we get that special job is by doing smaller ones in those cities until we catch their ear. Then, they'll contact me, and we're off. Hen, if break-ins are more your thing, go talk to Vex.
Let's do a bedlam job.
Sometimes we just like to remind a city that we mean business, so we hit 'em hard. Just steal whatever we can until we made an impression. Simple, right? Almost. The catch is, it doesn't count if anyone sees you take it. The message needs to be clear. We work in the shadows. Steal from anywhere in the hold, and you even get to keep everything you stole. So, you in? Finally, someone with backbone. Here you go.
Now, there's a problem. If he sends you to Raven Rock to do a bedlam job, or a job, there is an issue and it doesn't clear. So if you get a Raven Rock job, just abandon it. He'll get mad, he'll say you can't be doing it. but you need to abandon it and pick a different one. You need to roughly do 5 jobs in each hold, and then you'll get a special job. But we're gonna go talk to Vex for now.
Before we begin, I want to make 2 things perfectly clear. 1, I'm the best infiltrator this rat hole of a guild's got. So if you think you're here to replace me, you're dead wrong. And 2, you follow my lead and do exactly as I say. No questions, no excuses. Then we understand each other. Good. Now, it's time to get your feet wet. And I don't want to waste a lot of time talking about anything but business. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it for you. We're in a bad way down here. Who knows? Old Devlin thinks it's some kind of curse. I think he's crazy. If you want my opinion, I'd say it's just plain old bad luck. You can get out there and start making a name for us again. Make them start fearing us like they did long ago. And while you're at it, make a little bit of coin on the side. Not a bad deal, eh? Yeah, I did. That wood elf's wit. He's a lot smarter than I expected. Can you believe that fetcher had more than tripled the guard? There must have been 8 of them in there. It was like he was daring us to come and get him. Well, there's an old sewer tunnel that dumps into the lake on the northwest side of the island. That's how I slipped in there. Should still be unguarded.
I am not going to ask her about the unusual gem, and the reason that I'm not going to do that is because of the following. As soon as you start talking to her about the gem, it glitches. And then you will have unusual gems, and then you'll have Stones of Aranzaya. And you can actually get it done a lot faster, so I'm just going to wait and do that part later.
I handle the burglary. If you don't like that kind of work, talk to Devlin. He runs the more up-close and personal. One of the quickest ways to make some coin in Skyrim is to clear out some of the wealthier homes of their valuables. If you're interested, I could point out a good place that could use a little house cleaning. What do you say? Whatever. Just get it done. Here's the job.
So you're the new recruit, huh? Well, looks like you and I are gonna have to get very well acquainted. Well, looks like you... I'm the fence down here. You come by anything you don't exactly own, and I'll pay you some coin for it. Minus a little slice for the guild, of course. I can also provide a few supplies useful to our trade now and again, for a small fee. Sure. How about I get Dirge to knock you over your head and dump you into the cistern?
How about I shove you in the
Look,
system?
I've been in this business a long time, and I've seen all types. You can play it tough, or you can play it smart. Whatever. At the end of the day, you'll find that all we care about down here is how much gold you can make us. Good. Then there isn't much more to say. Here's your armor. Just make sure you put it to good use.
You know, for an organization dependent upon my ass bringing yourself up out of the gutter, I want to change that tone.
Trinkets, odds and ends, that sort of thing.
I always buy the Daedric shit. As you can see, I went back and pickpocketed a bunch of shit. And I went and killed the Ebony Warrior. And yes, I cheated. I didn't cheat. I made a marksmanship potion that would take that son of a bitch out in one hit. Why? Because Skyrim decided it'd be cute to give him HP from hell. That would be the potion that I used to kick his ass. See, I went in after they'd done this, went to go beat on him, and he kicked my ass. and I couldn't figure out why. So I started digging around and found out, oh, well, they decided it'd be great to bump him up to like a level frickin' 200 or some shit. So, yeah. Alright, now we're gonna go talk to this guy.
Time is money.
So, you're Brignoles. Now that you mention it, there is. I have a buyer with, shall we say, a very odd taste in literature, looking for some particular books. I'm told they're the ravings of a madman, a wizard named Arundel, and his peculiar cravings. It's said to be spread across 4 volumes and very hard to come by. My client is offering quite a reward for them, which I'd split with you. Then we have it. In his later years, Arundel moved into some ice caves known as Ingvild. He preferred the solitude in which to perform his experiments.
Experiments. Code word for he likes dead women.
Only rumors. He used to have a home in Dawnstar until they burned it down. The people say he was doing unspeakable experiments on reanimation, rituals only a necromancer would perform. After he made for Ingvild, he was never heard from again.
Which is funny, because I don't remember a burned-out house in Dawnstar.
I don't know about the others, but I sure am glad to see a fresh face down here. The flagon used to be packed every night with the boys from the guild. But now look at it. Last few years have been pretty bad. I've almost closed this place up. Recently, a woman was found, naked and shivering along the road to Dawnstar. The only information the guard could get from her were tales of strange experiments, and Arundel scribbling in his journals. Aye.
Welcome to the cozy little family. I'm one of the lookouts for the guild. I watch Delvin's back.
Okay, so we're gonna cut it here because...
So, you're Brignoles' new protege, eh?